Okay everyone, I am making a recording so you can get a little review of how to use Criterion. So if you forget what we did in class today, you can watch this video. I'm going to walk you through everything from the beginning. So I'm starting at Edmodo, which is where you should start too. The link is here. It says here's the link to Criterion, everyone. ETS Criterion Writing Evaluation Service. Click on it. It will take you to this page. Most of us, I think everyone should be logged in right now, and so this username and password box should come up. Mine is already filled in because I'm using a computer that remembers me. If you were at home, obviously that won't happen for you, but remember that your username is 19 first initial, middle initial, last name, and your password is, if you just created a new account this year, it is the six-digit or six-letter word that is your password for logging into the Chromebooks. If you already had an account that you created last year, then your password is your first initial, last initial, and 4 numbers, like AJ9237, something like that. So you should remember your username and password so you can get in. Then you're going to go ahead and sign in, and it will take you to this page. Now, this is the page where you should see my class. I have 4 classes listed because I have 4 classes in here. You only have 1 class in Criterion right now. So depending on what section you are in, you'll click on whatever class is there. So I'm going to go into this one, my LA83, and I'm going to show you I've made myself a student account in this class. So you can see here that, let's see, I'm going to show you the student view. So when you get into this class, you should see something that looks like this. All right, you've got your class name, your grade, and then it should be my name, Mrs. J, because I'm your instructor, and so forth. Then you click on it. All right, you're going to see activity, because this is the last thing you did, but if you don't have any activity because you didn't get that far, you should go to assignments. And in assignments, you will see the name of our assignment, School of Life. If you haven't started this assignment yet, it will say Start Plan, and then here it'll just say Start Response. You can see I've done 2 attempts already on mine, so you should go to the latest one if you're still working on it. So I'm going to go to Attempt 2, and I'm going to open it up. If you said Start Response, then you would click on Start Response. So here we go. It is opening up into my response, and so there's my response. Okay, so when you see it the first time, it's going to have all these colors on it, and then as I said up here, this tells you what kind of errors you have. I've put my assignment, do you remember Clear and Strong, my essay, and I put it into here to see what would happen. You'll see that it has some things highlighted here. Don't worry about organization and development because that's not really helpful for this assignment. Grammar, I have 10 fragments in my paper. I have 4 usage errors, that 3 of them are missing or extra articles and 1 is a wrong article, it says. I've got 5 mechanics errors, a spelling error, a missing question mark, and 2 missing commas and 1 extra comma. And I've got 35 style errors. It doesn't like the fact that I've begun 6 sentences with coordinating conjunctions. It doesn't like my short sentences, there are 28 of those, and it doesn't like passive voice in 1 sentence. So let's say that I want to look more carefully at one of these errors. So I'm going to go over here actually I'm going to go to missing or extra article. So I'm going to click on that, and it's going to show me where the problem is. So is there a missing article somewhere, an extra one? So right here you can see that it says my name is a K. You may need to remove this article. Now I meant to say that my name is a K because that's what I was thinking, that my name begins with K. It is what it really said, but that's not what went through my head at the time. What went through my head was that my name is K. Where is it? So I want to leave it as it is. I know it's grammatically not perfect, but it's my thoughts. So because my thoughts aren't grammatically perfect and I want them to sound real, I'm going to leave it as it is. The same goes true with this. Where am I? Editor of the school newspaper, comma, the. They want me to put the toughest debater on the team. I don't want to put the in front of this, and the reason why is because I don't have the in front of the editor or the toughest. I wanted to leave both of them out. So it looks like a long list of all the things I am. So I'm going to leave it. And let's see, I go down here. Oh, second hour. It wants me to have the hour or an hour. Well, we all know that second hour is second hour, and it doesn't get an article in front of it. So Criterion's just wrong about that. So I'm going to say, be quiet, Criterion, I'm not listening to you. And I'm going to ignore it. Now, if I did want to revise it, I'd go here to revise. You have to click this OK button, and you're going to get the side-by-side boxes. The side-by-side boxes give you a chance to see the original on the left, and then you get to see the text box on the right where you can actually do your editing. So if I had decided I wanted to change something, like maybe I did want to change this. I wanted to say, my name begins with K. So let me say that. I'm going to go through maybe all of my piece. I'm going to look at all of these different kinds of errors, commas and so forth, the short sentences I might look at. But I'm going to look at all of these to see whether they are what I want. Let's look at fragments, for example. So here's my clear and strong. My title is a fragment. One name, the last name of one of the people I heard on the loudspeaker, is a fragment. Let's see. The cheating incident, Mr. Kaler's biology class, yes in October, second hour, the unit on genetics, ouch, all fragments. But guess what? I knew that. I knew there were fragments, and I put them in on purpose. And we talked in class about why I wanted to do that, because it gave that, you know, that punching sense, that sense that I was having these memories kind of like come over me in this wave, and they were sort of like firing at me with every time I thought of a new one, that it was almost kind of painful to remember them. So that was the feeling I wanted to give the language, and so I went ahead and used fragments to help me express that feeling. Fragments are okay if you're using them for a reason and you've consciously chosen to use them. They're not okay if you don't know that they're there. They're not okay if they're not there for a reason. So that's the difference. So I'm going to go through all of this. I'm going to pay attention to all these things up here, and when I'm finished, I'm going to go ahead and click Submit. And when I click Submit, I will see new results, and there's my results page. It has reduced my errors a little, maybe by 1, I think. Usage errors by 1. It was 4 before. But by and large, these are things that I've looked at, and I feel comfortable with them. I don't think they're a real problem. So I'm just going to leave it as it is and leave it at that. If I want to go back to my response and do more revision, I can go back to response here, and then I can also go back down to revise, which is what we had to do before. And that's kind of like the circular way it goes about. So you submit, you look at it, you revise, you make changes, you submit again, and so forth. This assignment is set that you can submit up to 5 times. So when you go to the assignment, let me show you, if I go back up here to assignments, you can see, I can see my assignment here, and I can see how many times I've revised it. I'm on attempt 3. My last revise was saved but not submitted. So I've submitted 3 times. I have 2 more times that I can submit before I'm going to run out of chances. That's why it's important that you don't just fix one thing and then resubmit. You want to look through the whole thing, make as many revisions as you can before you submit it, so that you don't waste your attempts. Does that make sense? So that's basically Criterion. If you have other questions, let me know, or come to see me. You can always fill out a slip to see me at an extended advisory, or you can see me after school. So you just have to let me know you're coming. So I will talk to you later. Have a good night. Bye.